everyone!
I am Geraldine Gamag.
And I'm Fischel Faye Garcia.
I'm Glyda May Angalisa.
I'm Rosenda Gallego.
I'm Vanessa Galotera.
And we are going to discuss the network, internet, and internet protocols. At the end of this discussion, we're expecting you to learn about the advantages and disadvantages of network, the purpose of it, how can you define the network and computer network, and the network devices. Teaching and learning is mediated through the use of technology like print, audio, video, and the internet. Students interact with their instructors and each other through virtual classrooms, email, and web conferencing. For the online modality, the virtual classroom shall be used for the purpose of delivering a lecture and allowing asynchronous discussion with the students. For the remote modality, a learning management system shall be used to upload the module to allow asynchronous discussion with the students. This will also be used as platform for the submission of the requirements. Network is defined as a set of computers of different types, terminals, telephones, and other communication equipment connected by data communication links which allow the network components to work together. The network components may be located within a small area of spread over many remote locations. In any case, data communications hold the network together. The network is considered one of the most critical resources in an organization, both in the private and public sectors. Networks are created to provide a means to satisfy an objective or need. While the computers are connected by many different technologies, a network is a two or more computer that can interconnect in a peer-to-peer or client-to-server fashion, most often over a shared and virtual connection. In other words, networks provide the connection between computer resources in order to accommodate the flow of information. The following are the potential needs for computer networks. These two have a major roles. It acts as a basis of communication in information technology. It is a system of connected computing devices and shares information and resources between them. The devices in network are connected by communication, links, wired or wireless, and share data by data communication system. The difference of these two is the network is the process of transporting data or information from one device to another, while computer network is the interconnection of various computers to share software, hardware, resources, and data through a communication medium between them.
So next is the network architecture. First, let's talk about the client-server. So client-server describe the relationship between two computer programs, in which one program, the client makes a service request from another program, the server, which fulfill the request. Although programs with a single computer can use the client-server idea, it is more important idea in a network. In a network, the client-server model provides a convenience way to interconnect programs that are distributed efficiently across different locations. Next is the peer-to-peer network. A peer-to-peer network is created when two or more PCs are connected and share resources without going through a separate server computer. A P2P network can be an hop connection, a couple of computers connected via universal serial bus to transfer files. The advantages of networking. First, the facility of technical support. Because of having computer networking, a person sitting in the United States of America provides technical support to persons sitting in the promoted part of India. Easy sharing of data. With the help of networking, it is very simple to share all the formats of digital data from one computer system to another. Easy sharing of hardware resources. With the help of networking, it is now become very simple to share the expensive resources, including storage space, processor, fax, and etc. Next is easy sharing software. Through the networking system, it is easy to share and install the software from one computer system to another computer system. Easy to decentralize data processing. Through the networking system, it is very simple to decentralize the data. It is ultimately help to control, secure, and manage the important data. Next is easy to communicate. With the help of networking, the communication system has now become highly efficiently frugal and fast. The different modes of communication are text, chatting, video chatting, email, and etc. Disadvantages of networking. Purchasing the network cabling and file server can be expensive. Managing a large network is complicated, requires training, and a network manager usually need to employ. If the file server breaks down the file on the file server become inaccessible. Email might still work if it's in a separate server. The computers can still use but are isolated. Viruses can spread other computers through a computer network. There is a danger of hacking, particularly with the wide area networks. Security procedures are needed to prevent such abuse. Network devices. Hardware devices that are used to connect computers, printers, fax machines, and other electronic devices to a network are called network devices. These devices transfer data in a fast, secure, and correct way over some or different networks.
Modem. A modem is a hardware device that connects a computer or router to a broadband network or receive data over telephone or cable line. Modulator. Modulator is the process of varying one or more properties of a periodic waveform called the carrier signal with a separate signal called the modulation signal that typically contains information to be transmitted. The modulator converts. The modulator is extracting the original information bearing signals from a carrier wave. A modulator is an electronic circuit or computer program in a software defined region that is used to cover the information content from the modulated carrier wave. There are many types of modulation. Simplex. The simplex method is an approach to solving linear programming models by hand using slack variables, w's, and variables as a means to finding the optimal solution of an optimization problem. Simplex method is the technique for solving linear programs to solve a linear programming model using the simplex method. Duplex. A duplex communication system is a point-to-point system composed of two or more connected parties or devices that can communicate with one another but one direction at a time. Full duplex. Transmission means that the data is transmitted in both directions on a signal at the same time. RJ45, modulator, plug, 8PAC, and connector. These terms are used interchangeably. These all describe the piece attached to the end of the Ethernet cable that plug into your TV, computer, and router. Ethernet card. An Ethernet port is necessary to connect the cable to the computer. Ethernet cards are internal and come standard on most new computers, both laptop and desktop. Ethernet card speed may vary depending upon the protocols it supports an Ethernet card, enables the computer to access the internet by means of an Ethernet cable. A router is a physical or virtual appliance that passes information between two or more packet switch computer networks. A router inspects a given data packet's destination internet protocol address or IP address, calculate the best way for it to reach its destination, and then forward it accordingly. A routing, a route, a routing table is a set of rules, often viewed in table format, that used to determine where data packets traveling over an internet protocol or IP network will be directed. This table is usually stored inside the random access memory card of forwarding device such as routers and network switches. Static routing is a form of routing that occurs when a router uses a manually configured routing and entry rather than information from dynamic routing traffic. In many cases, static routes are manually configured by a network administrator by adding in entries into a routing table, though this may not always be the case. Dynamic routing is a mechanism through which routing information is exchanged between routers to determine an optimal path between network devices. A routing protocol is used to identify and announce network paths.
Switch. A network switch connects network devices like printers, computers, and wireless devices and enables users to exchange data packets, and the switch use a MAC address to determine which devices to send the outgoing data packets and where to deliver the incoming packets. Basically, it is connected to a router to provide more LAN ports so you can add more internet-capable devices to your network. Gateway is a network mode hardware device that is used for making communication in between two networks with transmission protocol together. And it is an entry and exit gateway for the network that helps to bypass all data with the gateway prior being routed, and it can be used for one wide area network and local area network. Wi-Fi card. It can quickly plug into a computer. It can be connected to the old system with a PC card or USB. This card is generally geared to particular Wi-Fi network. So to use it, you must be reached and a wireless internet signal dedicated to that network. In this way, the Wi-Fi card acts both as receiver and transmitter. Wi-Fi is a wireless technology used to connect computers, tablets, smartphones, and other devices to the internet. It is the radio signal sent from a wireless router to a nearby device, which translate the signal into data you can see and use. The device transmits a radio signal back to the router, which connects to the internet by wire or cable.